So the replay system is finally here in Valorant, or at least Riot were kind enough to give me early access so that I can give you guys a little demo of how this all works. Do keep in mind that replays aren't coming out today. Instead, they will go live for everyone on PC around the 16th of September with patch 11.6. And if you're on console, you will get replays in November. First things first though, I will quickly show you how to get into a replay from the lobby. So when replays go live, you'll notice in your match summary screen, you've got these new icons in the top left. That'll be how you download and play a replay. It's important to note that as of right now, it's only possible to watch games that you played in yourself. So essentially they have to be in your career. We will play and open this replay. Do keep in mind also that each replay will only be valid until the end of that patch. So essentially that means every 2 weeks or so when Valorant updates, your replays will be wiped. The first thing you'll probably want to do is come to the settings, and you can see on the right all of your different keybinds there. But then two pretty important things to turn on are these top two settings, and these will essentially add a bunch of different markers to your timeline. So anytime you see a little green dot like that is going to be a kill. So right here, I'll kill this Xorro, and on the timeline that shows up is that little green dot. Anytime you see a red line like this, that is when you have died in the replay. So no, right here, take a bad peek and just die. There's a little star icon that appears every time you use your ultimate. So if I swap to Rainy here, you can see right around here, she uses ultimate. So that's another highlighted thing that you can just skip towards right here. Easily find re-ulted. And then the other two noteworthy things on the timeline is this little like retweet looking symbol right here. That is when you swap sides. And you can also just tell on the entire timeline that each round is highlighted in like a different section of gray. So it's pretty easy to differentiate between rounds. I will also mention this like fast forward overlay sort of thing that appears. You can see that effect that pops up on the screen. That's essentially going to happen anytime you try and skip forward or skip backwards in the replay. And it feels a little clunky at first, but you'll get the hang of it. And essentially it's just making sure that everything in the game state is all caught up and displaying properly. So those are all the timeline settings, but beyond that, obviously you can watch any player you want by just clicking and cycling through like so. But if you don't want to watch a certain player, you can click this little camera icon down the bottom, and that will put you in free cam mode. So I'll just pause it for a second, but then you can literally just fly around the map, go wherever you want, and just watch the game from there. So if you want to see sort of how a retake plays out, maybe you just come up here, hit play, and just watch where everyone puts their util, watch how defenders flood through, stuff like that. Just quickly as well, before I forget, I think the two most important keybinds to remember are T to toggle the replay UI on and off. You know, if you want a more cinematic sort of screenshot, you can press T to make the replay UI go away. And then specifically for when you're messing around with free cam, you'll want to press down on your scroll wheel to make the cursor come back. So if you want to change the speed or you want to skip forward in free cam, you will want the cursor on, press down scroll wheel, and then press it again, and you get to control, the camera again. There will also be speed controls as well. So if you want to just breeze through the game really quickly, you can go all the way up to 8x. You can see everything is happening super quickly here. And then on the other scale of things, you can also go down to super slow-mo as well. So it goes down all the way to 0.1x there, you can see. So choose whatever speed you want. You can see I flick super slowly here with, again, the speed down to 0.1. Unfortunately, replays won't work in custom games because apparently there were just lots of issues when it came to having cheats enabled in custom games, and it just wasn't working. But like I put up on screen earlier, replays will be available for competitive, unrated, swift play, and Premier.